This program will walk you through the filing of a new bankruptcy case in the Northern District of Oklahoma. Most attorneys who file a new bankruptcy case with the court will purchase off-the-shelf software to assist in creating the forms and filing the new case automatically through that software. If you are currently using a software package and will be using that to create and file new cases in our district, we would encourage you to open a case with that software in our training database and not through the CM-ECF system as we will demonstrate here. However, it is also encouraged that you view the following to have a better understanding of the information that will be collected and sent automatically from your software program to the court. Before we proceed, please review the following important information for filing electronically in the Northern District of Oklahoma. When you are ready to proceed, please click on Continue. To open a new bankruptcy case in the CM-ECF system, you must first have already created and saved the voluntary petition and any related schedules and forms. You will use the information contained in this packet when filing your case in the CM-ECF system. To begin filing a new bankruptcy case, please click on Bankruptcy. The bankruptcy event screen will appear providing options of documents that may be filed under this category. Today we would like to open a new bankruptcy case. Please find and click on the selection Open a Voluntary BK Case. The next few screens will begin to obtain information about the new case that we are filing today. You will want to have your voluntary petition and schedules ready to reference as we are going through the filing of this case in the CM-ECF system. As a reminder, for testing purposes today, we are filing a Chapter 7 case for Billy Eugene Williams. Mr. Williams lives at 6571 West Brady Place, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74127. Mr. Williams is an individual and his debts are primarily consumer. Let's first select the chapter. Please click on the drop-down box for the chapter. And now select Chapter 7. Mr. Williams is filing as an individual, so we will leave the joint petition box defaulted as no. The next option, Deficiencies, is not used in our court and should also remain set to no. Let's click on Next to continue. We are now ready to enter in information for our debtor. We begin by searching for him in the database. This will check and see if this debtor has ever filed a case here in this court. You may search for a debtor by entering a Social Security number, tax ID, or by name. Today we are going to search by name, so I will enter Williams in the last name field and Billy in the first name field. Once that is complete, please click on Search. The Party Search Results box will appear showing any names that match our search. The search results may find several instances of the debtor in the database. You may click on any of the names that may appear and a pop-up box will appear providing more information on that person in our database. If that party matches the party you are trying to open a new case for, you may select this party as your debtor. If it does not, click on Create New Party. In this case, it does not appear that the names listed in the case are the same as our debtor, so please click on Create New Party. We are now on the debtor information screen where we will enter in more information on our debtor. The debtor information screen will carry over any information you previously entered in your search criteria. This screen will allow us to enter in a Social Security number, address, city, state, zip code, county, and any other pertinent information. This debtor lives in Tulsa County. Please click on the drop-down box by the county and select Tulsa. Tulsa County has now been selected for this case. If your debtor has an alias or an AKA, you will want to enter that information by clicking on the Alias button. Please click on the Alias button now. The alias information screen will appear and you may enter up to 5 aliases for your debtor. If you have more than 5 aliases to enter, please enter the first 5, click on Add Aliases, and then click to add more aliases. Once this information has been entered, you would click on Add Aliases to return to the main debtor information screen. Mr. Williams has no aliases, so please click on Add Aliases to proceed. You will now be returned to the main debtor information screen. Once all information has been entered, click on the Submit button. This screen confirms that this is the correct office for the county that was selected. Click Next to continue. The system is now prompting us for further information from the petition. Again, you will need to have the petition readily available when entering in this information. The first question is if our debtor has filed a case in this district within the last 8 years. In this case, he has not, so that box will remain at no. The fee status box refers to the filing fee being paid. In this case, we are paying the full filing fee, so it should remain as paid. If we were requesting installment payments in this case, we would click on the fee status drop-down box and select installment. Again, we are paying the full filing fee for this case, so we will leave this set to paid. Let's refer back to our petition at this point to find the nature of debt. We have listed the nature of debt as consumer. So now let's go back to the CMECF system and click on the drop-down box for the nature of debt and select consumer. Please click on the down arrow on the box to the right of nature of debt. Now select consumer. The asset notice for a Chapter 7 case should always remain at default no. Let's check our petition once again for the estimated number of creditors, assets, and liabilities. As we can see from our petition, the estimated number of creditors is 50 to 99. The estimated assets are 0 to 50,000. The estimated liabilities are 500,000 and 1 to 1 million. So let's get that data entered into CMECF. First, choose the drop-down box to the right of estimated number of creditors. And now click on 50 to 99. Now let's click on the drop-down box to the right of estimated assets and choose 0 to 50,000. And now let's click on the drop-down box to the right of estimated liabilities. Please select 500,000 and 1 to 1 million. On the right-hand side of the screen, we have the option to choose the type of debtor and nature of business. We know that in this case, Mr. Williams is an individual. Since everything is correct, please click on Next. We are now ready to navigate to find the PDF of the voluntary petition and all of the schedules that have already been created. Please click on Browse to continue. We have now navigated to where we have the voluntary petition and the schedules saved on our PC. Please remember, when filing in the live database, to right-click and view your PDF before selecting. The PDF you attach will be an officially filed document with the court and cannot be deleted once it's filed. Please select Voluntary Petition. Now please click on Open. Remember that this file also includes all of the schedules, Statement of Financial Affairs, Means Test, Credit Counseling Certificate, and all required local forms. You may attach those as separate filings or attachments if you'd like. Please click on Next. The system is now asking us if the presumption of abuse arises for this debtor. This information can be found on the Means Test. In this case, it does not. Please click on No. And now click on Next. This screen is a reminder that the Chapter 7 filing fee is currently $306. If this case were to be paid in installments, we would enter the amount of the installment payment here. Otherwise, leave the $306 and please click Next. This next screen requires information that can be found on the Summary of Schedules or from the Means Test or Current Monthly Income form. This is Mr. Williams' Summary of Schedules, and from where we will pull the information to complete the screen. Each field should be completed with any information contained on those forms. The total will be computed after all information has been entered. Once the information has been entered, please click on Next. The next screen is asking for additional information which can be found in your schedules or from the Means Test or Current Monthly Information form. These fields should match the data contained in the PDF of your voluntary petition and schedules. You may have some fields that you do not have information for, and you may leave those fields blank. For today's demonstration, we will not enter all information the screen asks for, and we will proceed by going to the next screen. Every now and then, the CMECF system will need to run something in the background background, and you will see a screen such as this with nothing on it except the Next button. When you see this, please go ahead and click on Next to proceed. We now see the final docket text. Please review this information to ensure everything looks correct, as this is what will be placed on the court docket once we click Next. After the Next button is clicked, there is no turning back, as this case will be filed. If this information is not correct, you could either click the back button to correct whatever information is incorrect, or click on Bankruptcy on the main menu bar to start over. If everything looks correct, please click on Next. The system will present a pop-up box notification that there are fees due. The court requires payment of fees on the calendar day that they are incurred. If you are finished with your filings, you will want to go ahead and click Pay Now to pay for this filing. If not, you may click on Continue Filing. At this point, please click on the Continue Filing button so that we can view our Notice of Electronic Filing, or NEF. The Notice of Electronic Filing, or NEF, is the official file stamp of the court and will show the date and time of filing, the case name and number, the docket number, and the docket text. You will also see who received notice electronically in this case. You may print this out for your records, or it will be available at any time through the docket report. We have now successfully opened a new bankruptcy case in the CM-ECF system. To complete this filing, we must also pay for the filing fee, upload creditors, and assign a judge and trustee. Please review those video demonstrations next.